Good morning. We're finally in October, and wouldn't you know it, it's still dark out. But there's something really magical happening out there. As you can see, our sunflowers have withered. They are ready to harvest. So we need to get doing that, but you can see it's only 6 o'clock right now, and the reason for that is because I took on 2 fertilizing contracts, and I kind of need to do them. So without further ado, I'm going to go send this guy out to do the fertilizing, and then we can go and start with our combining. But let's just hold on 1 second. Look at this. Overnight, they harvested all the corn on 19. This is seriously very aggravating. I was so looking forward to doing this corn. Oh man, you guys have no idea. Well, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you guys have a really good idea. I've been talking about that field of corn for such a long time, and now I see uh, it's all been harvested. So there goes all that excitement. I don't just want to forever do fertilizing and baling. I also want to help with the harvest. Wonder why no one will let me help them with their harvest. I don't want to do potato harvest. I don't want to do cotton harvest. I want to do corn and other grains. That's aggravating. Oh well, I still got quite a few of my own fields to do. I guess we'll send him on his way to do his fertilizing, seeing as we can't do 19 anymore. Thank you very much for nothing. But we can't be grumpy for too long, because we have a whole bunch of other things we need to get doing. We've got a lot of fields to harvest. Now, I'm sure you guys probably won't remember, but I did buy field 22, and that thing's got corn on it, so I'm not going to be grumpy for very long. I'm just going to grab my little corn header here, and we're going to go to field 22, and we'll start the morning off with some corn, which would make sense because, you know, if you are going to be harvesting anything that's still got dew on it, you would rather have corn as opposed to other cereal grain that's low on the ground, like the wheat or whatever, or soybeans, just because you're going to get so much more water in your header if you have to cut close to the ground, and with corn we don't need to. And the header is completely different, so it's not operating the exact same way. And here we are. This here is our field. I think what I will do, I'm going to just kind of cut this a little squarer so that our combine knows what to do once we start cutting the field. You can see with corners like this, it's always a little bit of a pain in the butt. So if I can help square things off just a tad, it will just go in my favor. And I think for this field here, I'll probably just grab the dump truck. It's a very narrow and small field, so I don't feel like I need to get the chaser bin out or anything. But you guys have already seen my chaser bin anyway. You guys know what it looks like. There's no sense in bringing out all of the equipment just for a tiny little field like this. Realistically, I wouldn't be going through bushes like this with a corn header either. I'd be chopping up so much brush. Good thing it's not real. But yeah, here we are. Yeah, pretty well. Can grab it right about there. I think that's a good spot to start. And we'll hire a worker. You can tell the light went out right away. They didn't think they needed as much light as me. So there you have it. Okay. I guess I'll go grab the dump truck. Not that one. As mentioned in a previous episode, I did paint up the dump truck. We had some spare time, and I decided to color match the trucks. You know, it just keeps things pretty. And why not, right? Now, I really do have big plans for field 21 here. I think I called it 22 before, but it is 21. And part of my plan involves some construction. So as you can see, we have this really awkward corner here that is not really doing anyone any good. So there's something in the works, and I won't talk too much on it right now, but I do plan on squaring that off a little bit and making a much better system for uh, our cows and our fields and the whole 9 yards. So you guys will definitely want to stick around for that. That'll probably be a winter construction project, simply because I do most of my construction in the winter time when I'm not hauling grain. Alrighty, we have our very first dump truck load full, and to be honest, the combine is waiting. I had to first move this auger off to the last bin, seeing as it was an empty one, and yeah, the pattern I'm kind of going with these bins is following the exact same one as on the menu. Let me show you what I mean. So we got wheat in bin 1, barley in bin 2, nothing in bin 3, canola in bin 4, and we'd have bin 5 and bin 6. Since we don't have soybeans, we won't worry about that. We'll put sunflowers in our bin 5, and then we'll put corn into bin 6. So that's what we're currently up to right now. And I didn't know till now, but our auger has lights, so with these early morning starts, it's actually quite perfect having a bit of light. I am not upset at all. At least not as upset as I would be with the news that 19 is combine. But yeah, I'm gonna get over that at some point. Just not right now. That was supposed to be my money maker. Darn it. But yeah, let's just move on quickly to go to our combine and get it unloaded before it is too late for that as well. We can cut across my yard here. We don't care about any of the silage. It's not gonna make any difference anyway. Yeah, it looks like the combine's waiting there. So, and fertilizing on one, I think it's field 16, is pretty well done. I think he was like 90% last I checked. So we'll put him off to field number 9 next. You know, I just went and checked the updated map for this field number 1, which is my neighbor to the north, and he had soybeans, and it looks like he's all done harvesting as well. So that's kind of sad. But it does look like number 10 could be harvested, although I got a funny feeling that it's going to be cotton. Yes, it is. So I'm not sure that I want to be doing that. Oh, look at that. My fertilize tractor is all done. So yeah, there he is. Let's dismiss him. He doesn't need to do anything right now. Our contracts right there, complete for 34,000. Thank you very much. And we go off to field number 9 next. Well, we're off with load number 3. I don't think I'm going to get another dump truck load out of that, but probably get a good half a dump truck load, which I'll definitely take. We'll have to see how much we have in our granary by the time it's all said and done. I have a feeling it'll be a half-decent corn harvest anyway. Well, I guess that's the end of that cornfield. That sure did not take long. What was that, maybe a bit over an hour? Not bad at all. I have no complaints on my end. That was short and sweet, just the way we like it. And if you think that that cornfield was about all you could handle in a day, well, you got another thing coming. I got field number 2 here, ready to go. And this thing is massive. So, what we gotta do a whole field of sunflower. And I don't even know for sure if this header will work, or if I'm gonna have to actually get a real sunflower header. I'm hoping that this will work. So that's what we're gonna try right now. We're gonna see if we can't combine sunflower with this. And it does not appear so. That is a doozy. So we may have to go and get a another header of some kind. I'll see what I can find. Well, I figure why not give it a try with the corn header. See if that'll do the trick. Can we cut sunflowers with a corn header? We sure can. That is not bad at all. But all that being said, this is going to take forever and a day to cut with this little header. So I have suspicion that we should probably see if there's not another header that might go a little better with this combine. So the biggest corn header I can get is a 10 meter New Holland and a 12 meter John Deere. So that's not gonna work. So I figure I'll get this 12 meter Capello. I think that should work in our favor. It looks like it's got a good high speed as well. Had I known this, I don't know if I would have planted as much sunflower, but here we are. And it's an expensive header, almost $100,000. That's gonna hurt. But it had to be done. So I'm gonna bring this corn header on back, and we're gonna go load up some sunflower headers. Here we are at the store, and I'm gonna go on a limb and say that my header might be a bit too big for this trailer, just a tad. But I don't know if we have much of a choice. So we'll take the pipe out. I think that'll probably be beneficial to us. We're gonna see, we can't load it up anyway. And hopefully we can still make that work. There we are. And hopefully this header can lift high enough. I think somewhere it's about there. Is about the right spot. Oh, looks like I'm catching a little bit. Might have to unhook. And then maybe just give that a little love tap on the far end. Just to get that a little more centered. Just like that. We're trying not to bend that PTO too much. There we are. I'd say that was a decently squared off load. Fasten those tension belts. Like so. And we can bring this all on home. How about that? That is quite the oversized load. I may have to look into getting a flat deck for my semi so that I can start to haul some of this stuff home. But then again, I don't use my flat deck very much. It's more just for the time being type of situation. But who knows, maybe in the future I'll need to use a flat deck more. I figure it's probably only right to fuel up before we get going on this sunflower field. And I'm a little messed up with how those tracks work. They don't always work properly. Like right now. They are not working proper. All kinds of wonky. But anyway, that's kind of besides the point. I don't know why I'm stuck in here. I will get out and do it a different way. So what I was thinking, if we're going to be doing this large field, we should probably repair first off. Thank you. But I was thinking maybe getting that hopper with an extension on there, which would get us, you know, we could go with the really big one, get us 29,000. Or do we just go with this mid one? Maybe we'll go with the mid one for now. I think that could be pretty good. And I think the rest of it, I mean, engine horse, can we go any bigger? Not really. Long pipe for sure. Lights, crawler, I don't see anything that we need to change there. Looks good. Looks like it's a $15,000 repair. But probably for the better. And our tracks have healed themselves magically. I don't understand why my unit always does that, but for some reason it seems to want to. Oh, it's so awful when it does this. It looks so dumb. Looks like it has one foot dragging around. It's okay, once the AI picks it up, they'll know what to do. Oh shoot, I forgot to undo my straps. Hang on just a second. There we are. We'll remove that trailer. We can just park over here where truck usually parks. That's it. And we can get to work. Now with a much bigger header and a much bigger hopper, I would say we're well on our way. And now if only our tracks would mind their own business and start working like they normally should. But my goodness, this is quite the wide header, I have to say. We'll see if we can't get this lined up just right. Something like so. Alright. And off he goes. Well, that's nice. We're going to have a strip right in the middle, and then we're going to have some brown in between. It is time to see how much more that additional hopper will give us for room. So before it would be about 63 to 65% capacity on this dump truck. So we're gonna see what the capacity is going to be now. I have a feeling we'll be able to fill up the dump truck pretty well completely, which will be really awesome if that is the case. Yeah, there's a lot of capacity in that hopper there now. It's really impressive, honestly. Oops, I kind of want to see what happens. The header I wish I could get in a yellow, but I'm not going to complain too much. That is looking real good, folks. Really good. Let's jump over to the combine, and yeah, it didn't quite fill the dump truck, but I wouldn't say it was too far off. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this combine, we're going to go to the far side, and we're going to send him on his way. We may have to, let me turn that on. We may have to cut a strip in the center just to help alleviate, you know, it being such a long field, so that we can actually make some turns and actually unload without driving over all of our crops. Not sure yet how I'll do it, but I will figure something out. In the meantime, what a pretty pattern it makes on our fields, don't you say? It really does look nice. All of those yellow and brown lines. Well, it didn't fill the dump truck entirely, but it did give it 77%. So maybe if I had made that hopper entirely as big as it could go with the big tank, then we would probably be right close to full on the dump truck. Either way, we want to see what our grain cart's going to look like now, because I have a funny feeling that that grain cart is going to fill up real fast. I think we'll probably take the old New Holland here to do grain cart duty today, seeing as it's up to the task, and the T6 should really be on the cattle field, if we're being honest, or the cattle barn. We've just been using it so much for fertilizing, it's kind of incredible. Not seeing any room to drive through just there, but maybe I can squeeze through here. Let's give that a try. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can actually use this cart, or if we might have to go and get a bigger one. He is just booking it too. That is awesome. So where do we fit here on your header? Show me what you want here, boss. Just like that. I don't have this thing's cruise set just yet. Hopefully I can. Oh, you stay. And while you're parking there, I'm going to set my cruise. There we are. And we'll see how full this cart's going to get. Usually we'd be sitting somewhere about 50 some percent, I believe. So it should definitely fill up a lot further this time. It'd be nice if it was completely full. That would be kind of fun. Again, it's looking like it's probably going to be about 77%. Alrighty. So the capacity on this grain cart must be pretty close to what the dump truck capacity is. That is interesting. That they are so close. I haven't moved my auger just yet, so I guess I can't really unload, but why don't we grab the dump truck and we'll fill it up as far as it goes, and we can do the semi right after. Oh, see, that was some sloppy driving right there. That was not cool at all. I should have fired myself for that one. This should easily fill the dump truck with what we got here. Well, this might have been wise or unwise, I'm not sure, but I came up with a plan. So I went and leased this combine, same thing I have, except this one has the super big hopper on it. So we're going to get this sunflower harvest on the road and in a real hurry. So I'm going to take this thing, and I got the corn header, which I bought. This combine I didn't buy, I just leased it. And the trailer I also bought. So we're going to bring this guy to the field, and we're going to bring the header to the field, and we're going to start making some sunflowers fly. And here we go with the big hopper. Now I see I put a short spout on there, which is kind of a bummer. And I also didn't jack up the horsepower. So we have that going for us, but oh well. Can't win at everything. At least it's just the lease, right? But in the meantime, you can tell this combine is augering into my tractor, which is augering into the semi, which is getting very full. It's altogether quite the situation here, and I am thoroughly amused by it. So I need to go find my combine, and I need to put him back to work. I had to dismiss the operator for just a minute, because this is a bit of a tricky corner here that most of the time the operators don't know how to handle. And like that, we can set them back to work. Beautiful. So I would venture to say this truck is pretty darn full. 96%. And this tractor is empty, so that's good. I say we park this off to the side, and let's go and move that auger over. I think that's kind of the next step here. When you have to service two combines at once, sometimes it's nice to actually have a unit that's big enough. So that is why, without further ado, I am introducing our next grain cart, which is on our T7 here. And there you have it. Look at the size difference. I know this one sits a lot higher, but the capacity is also much bigger. Much bigger. And here, let's start it up. And let's open that pipe. We can see that pipe is pretty quick. Not bad at all. And we're also going to jump in this one, start it up, and let's pop that pipe out as well, just so we have a bit of an idea of what we're looking at. So we can tell the unload height is definitely a lot higher on the new one, so that is really good. But I want to take this one time and see how much that extra big hopper on that combine over there has. But in the meantime, I'm going to grab this really big grain cart, and I'm going to go service the other combine. So yeah, here we are. Looks like he's sort of figuring out what he wants. Why don't I block him off and see if I can You wait. I want to unload you. Will he do it? No. Alright, I might have to stop him. This new grain cart is rated for 300 horse, so the T7 is fitting right in at 270 horse, and it can drive max speed when it is unloaded. You see a nice little strobe light on the main part of the frame behind that ladder. Another nice little touch, as well as that ladder and the gangplank on the back. I think it's all really nice. You know, in hindsight, I probably wouldn't even have needed to lease that other combine just on how fast that header is working on this combine here. It is honestly a little bit mind-blowing. So I won't complain. It's moving fast, and that's just what we want. I want to see if I could see how full that... There's that guy. Show me how good you're doing. Where are you at? There he is. He's at 76%. Is he even going to get a full bin? Kind of hard to tell. Especially with the speed he's going. That other combine's whooping his butt. But he's got about 20, almost 23,000 liters in it. Interesting. I just want to point out that this grain cart has 34,000 liters in it. And we're going to jump to the combine here, and it looks like it has 29,000 liters, so it would definitely fill the majority of this bin up. But how would it do compared to our smaller grain cart? That is the question we've all been wondering. And so that's the question we're going to answer right about now. We're going to grab this little grain cart, and we're going to see if we can actually empty it out entirely into this grain cart here. I've been very curious about that, and I'm still kind of sorry I went with that really short spout, but at least it's just a lease. I don't need to worry about it for too long. I think the remaining, 7 rows we can probably get with this smaller combine, I suppose. That way it can travel back and we can be finished with it. But for now, we need to see how full we can get this little grain cart, because that is a huge hopper. Oh my goodness. It's honestly a bit terrifying seeing how big that is. Well, it's safe to say that that whole bin does not fit into my auger wagon. Only 24,000 versus the 34,000 that we have in the bigger chaser bin. Interesting. Always learning something new. So this thing would definitely be too small if we were using that big tank on the combine. And we will eventually always use the big tank on there, because that's where we're heading to. So I think it's safe to say this little Russian auger wagon has seen its last days. We are very thankful for the service it has provided, and we look back fondly on it and think that yeah, it's been a good little unit, and we would wish nothing but the best for it. Now, can I dump into here? I can. I gotta figure out why this guy's not dumping anymore though. Oh, I see. I had shut off the engine. Okay, makes sense. Look, we're doing a double dump. That's fun. Now for our final act, we need to unload both combines. Gotta go under the Arc of Triumph, or just underneath both of these augers anyway. Let them fill me up. That's what we wanted. So cool. So I think it's safe to say that this header is a huge winner. It can help us go 15 kilometers an hour. That is amazing. This corn header I'm definitely keeping for doing corn, but this combine is a lease and it's going straight back where it came from. So why don't we grab this combine. We're going to put that pipe in. And we're going to move this thing on back to the wash area so we can clean it all up and start to clean up the yard a little bit. You know, compared to my old header here, this thing is about twice as big. So that's cool. We are definitely keeping that. But we will not be keeping this old header. We may as well bring that back. It's not good to us anymore. So we'll move that out of the way. We'll bring them to the center here as well to get out of everyone's hair, and we can sell and return everything we got here. Well, you know, that was a really good harvest. And it feels like our farm just keeps growing. Like, we got 2 trucks now. We got a huge combine. We just put a big extension on the bin. We just got a brand new auger wagon, a brand new tractor, and yeah, like 5 tractors in total. Like, we started off with peanuts, and it's just growing and growing. So that is huge. But I said that we were going to check what our harvest had brought us, and that's exactly what I intend to do. Look at that, sunflowers, 144. And we can actually see that right here. Sunflowers at 144. And it looks like February might be top time to be selling that. Right now, it looks like wheat is our top commodity as far as how much we have, followed by barley and then sunflower, then canola and corn at the end. If we had Field 19, we could have definitely had more corn than anything else, but we didn't. So, not much to be said about that, is there? I guess we'll just have to we'll just have to wait until the next time someone has a big field of corn. Anyway, I think that should do it. I gotta save the game right here to make sure we don't lose track of all of our progress, because that was a huge field and that was a lot of money we spent. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy that big harvest episode. I sure did, other than Field 19. I'm gonna keep bringing it up, aren't I? So yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, you leave a like on that video. You let YouTube know exactly who's boss, and let them know exactly whose content you enjoy. And if you find yourself coming back and want more of it, you want some more episodes, well, guess what? You can be notified of every time I post a new episode. All you gotta do is subscribe. It's that easy. So why don't you give that a try? And if you want to give me some comments, I am always open to comments, so shoot a comment my way. I'm more than happy to read them. Alright, that's it for me, folks. Thank you very much again, and we'll catch you in the next video.